going on, everybody? It has been a hot minute since I've actually tried to post a full-length video. What's up, y'all? I'm sitting here editing this newest video, and I realize my audio is not so great, so you gotta bear with me here. I was testing out something new with some lavalier mics, kind of clipped to my shirt, just to try to cut down on a lot of the background noise and stuff going on in the rest of the house here. Yeah, it didn't work so great, but info's good. Just bear with me on the audio. So, back to the video. Trying to find a reliably quiet space has been... it's been a challenge. Same thing with finding a space to actually bust out real paints. Been kind of difficult. At least I can paint on the iPad. And today I just want to go over some of the different stuff that I've been working on. One little digital painting based on this African mask that I've had hanging on my wall forever. I actually bought this mask years and years ago. At the tattoo shop that I used to work at, there was a guy that used to come around every once in a while who was actually flying back and forth from Africa, bringing these different masks and pieces of artwork back over to the States, and kind of traveling around to tattoo shops and different places like that. And super early in the morning, I don't know why, I just looked up at it and I got this image in my head of all these like hoses and wires and whatnot kind of hooked into this mask. And I felt like it was a really good time to kind of practice some digital painting techniques that I've been playing with for quite a while. But I feel like I need to kind of refine a little bit more. Before we get into that, by the way, I gotta show off the new shirt. I actually designed this. By the time this video is out, it should actually be up on my website for sale. But there's only 50 for sale ever. 10 in each size. Pick them up while they're still there. I've been doing some limited runs of t-shirt designs, so make sure to check those out before they're gone. But for now, let's jump right into the painting. Alright, so like anything, just laying down a basic sketch. Tried something different here since there was so much going on in the background with the hoses and wires and pipes and all that stuff. I sort of separated everything into like a blue layer and a red layer so that I didn't get lost in all the kind of details once I had to go back through and start to refine those just to get a little bit tighter idea of where everything's going. After that, I started adding just some basic value, some dark and light, and that's when I wanted to go through and use a middle gray layer behind everything, sort of like you would use toned paper in traditional drawing, and kind of push your darks and pull your lights out from that sort of middle tone. And I'm just progressively going darker and then coming back and bringing out some highlights. Part of the technique that I've been trying to play with is doing a lot of my color over those gray layers, kind of like you would do with traditional painting, and you would call it a grisaille, where you would do all of your values in grays or browns, some sort of neutral tone, and then wash over that or glaze over that with oils or acrylic to sort of give you depth in the color. So to begin with, I washed one color over everything and sort of adjusted the intensity, then started to add the sort of brown wood tones of the mask itself. And I wanted to add a little bit of pop to the background, so I did go with like some reds on some of the wires, maybe some little lights or buttons or whatever you want to see some of those details in the background as. Once those basic colors were in place, sort of separating all those elements, I could go back and do more fine detail and sort of push the darks in behind everything a little bit darker and start to kind of build up highlights, working on some surfaces that may be kind of shiny, other surfaces that are maybe a little textured. Very end, I did put a vignette around the outside edge just to kind of draw all of your focus towards the mask, toward the center of the piece itself. I think maybe on the next piece that I kind of work on these same techniques, I may push the contrast just a little bit more, and I think I want to kind of play with some different light effects, try to make the piece a little bit more dynamic. But what do you think? If you like it, leave a comment below. If you didn't like it, leave a comment below. So feel free to find me on the rest of my social media stuff, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, Twitter, pretty much everything. And like I said, be sure to check out the website and snag one of these sweet shirts before they're gone. And as a matter of fact, if you go to my website and sign up to be notified whenever one of these limited edition shirts drops, you'll be notified first and you'll get a discount code. Or maybe I should start a Patreon and do all of that there. Maybe? Would you all do Patreon? Maybe? Maybe I could do some art instructional stuff? Anyways, until next time, keep being rad.